Go ahead, Mr. Thomas, please.
Okay, so thank you, Moth. Hello, team. So my name is Thomas. Now I'm the cybersecurity solution consultant of Viettel Cyber Security. So today, Don and I will share with you the demonstration of our SOC platform. And also, if we have some time, we will have some quick look about our Viettel Threat Intelligence Managed service. So you can have more practical view about our feature and also our service. So the first thing, I think we will go through the SOC platform demonstration. With the SOC, we have two main components. The first one is about the product, which is fully 100% in-house development by the Viettel team. And the second item here is the service, also fully managed and also maintained, operate by Viettel personnel. So in this portal, we will share with you the product feature and also how we implement it into our service process. So as you can see, when you fully deploy the SOC solution from Viettel, you will have the comprehensive portal like this. So with this portal, we and also the product line, we base on the SOC visibility thread from the Gartner. So as you can see here, we can cover some. We try to fulfill all the coverage of security monitoring. The first one is about the network security ring. We have the NSM, and also we have the NDR for the network security detection and response. We have the endpoint for proactive detection and response with the EDR, and we also have the antivirus if you interest. And we have the centralized logs ingestion. It's the SIEM, right? The SIEM can collect the alert from the network security monitoring, from the EDR, and also from the third-party solutions. For example, right, you have some Windows server, you have some Linux server, so we can install our SIEM agent to collect the logs. And we can also collect the log from the SaaS cloud service provider, for example, like the Office 365, like the Entra ID. Yes, we can collect it through the API. And we can collect it from the firewall. Like example, you have the Palo Alto layer 4, layer 3 firewall, or you have some IDS, right, solution from McAfee, something like that, right? So we can integrate the log via the syslog. So that means our SIEM can support both agent and agentless log collection method. Yes, so it's very flexible. And for now, we can cover it more than 300 log sources. Yes, from various vendors, Cisco, Palo Alto, Fortinet, IBM. Yes, we can support it. And after we collect all these alerts, we will push it to the SOAR. So the SOAR here, we have two main features. The first feature is related to the automation. Yes, we have out of the box is over 130 automation playbook for you to integrate. That is the first feature, is the automation. The second feature is the SOAR system built in a ticketing management system. So that means you from your client team and Viettel team SOC can communicate and also cooperate in this portal. So you don't have to working on the email, you don't have to chat and show the evidence on the WhatsApp or Viber. You don't need to do it. You just follow all the ticket, all the step on this ticketing system, integrate built in the SOAR. So as you can see here, when you open when the SOC team first day working, right, they will open this portal first because all alert will forward to here. So this is the dashboard from the SOAR. You just click in here. It will redirect you to the portal of the SOAR. So as you can see here, the main feature here, you just focus on the ticket. So the ticket is like the variability for you to checking all the process and checking all the security posture of your organization. So in here we have also various out of the box dashboard. Yes, you can click and you can filter it by the timeline, time range, to checking for how many of alert, how many of case, and how many of the ticket. And you can also checking for how many case has been resolved, how many case still open, and you need to check on it. All of this information will be visualized, very easy for your team to manage all the ticket and all the alert. Okay. So this is for the for the dashboards, and you can also choose and you can also create your own dashboard. For example, yeah, you can create your own dashboard right here. Yeah, you can add the widgets. We have built in some widgets, so you can choose which widgets you want to add on. Okay, so in here we have two main statistic for you to follow the ticket. That means that the mean time to detect and mean time to respond. Mean time to detect is the first time, is the time you detect the alert, detect the incident. And the mean time to respond is the minimum time to respond with that incident. So for each incident, we will categorize it into the, as you can see right here, we will categorize by the severity. And for each severity, we will have SLA for that. And we can fully customize and flexible with each SLA from your client. For example, this alert for the education education client, they will consider it a medium. But with the banking, they will consider it a high. So we can fully customize based on your considering. Yes. So for each severity, we will have the the um, uh, the SLA for that. So yeah, when the alert showed it in here, you can click on to check for some information related to that alert. For example, the source IP relate to the alert, the rule that trigger the alert. So the rule here you can check it on the SIEM. All the rule correlation rule will be on the SIEM. So it will forward that information, that metadata to here. So as you can see, so for now, the correlation rule we have built in more than 1,800 rule. And all of this rule, we write it based on the ATTCK Mitre framework. Mitre ATTCK framework. As you can see here, it's very, very easy, and we all visualize for you, and you very easy to edit and to create the new rule. So as you can see right here, yes, and all of the event that trigger the filter here, it will pop up the alert. So for example here, this alert relate to the CVE 1388. Yeah, it can perform the remote code execution for the F5. Okay, so in here we can also share with you some information related to the alert, and you want to check it. You want to escalate it to the team for checking. You can escalate it to the case. So when you escalate it to the case, that means you notify your team that, oh, this alert must be checked deeper by our team. So in this phase, you want to check, you can click on this button to escalate it to the case, and you can also maybe you consider it into the incident because it's related to the CVE, right? So you can choose it in incident, and the severity you can choose for the high, and the owner of this case is the tier one because the tier one need to be checked for more information. So in here we can also already tagging the case for you easier to searching or to filtering. Yeah, when you apply, yeah, it can escalate it into the case. So as I mentioned, when you escalate into the case, that means you notify your NOC team that you need to check it. This is just for the checking, for the verify. It's not the incident yet, right? You need to check it. So for example, right here for the time saving, you check it. After you check it, you see it. Oh, this relates to the CVE. This must be the incident. You can mark it as the incident. Yes. So when you mark this case into the incident, you you can create ticket. That means when you create the ticket, that means when you create the ticket, that you notify the end client. The case is only for your team, internal team to checking together. But when you escalate into the case, into the ticket, from the case to the ticket, that means you send this alert to the client to notify them this case, this alert is the incident. And that incident relate to, you can check the incident in this ticket. So in here, you can click it. So it will capture the alert name and filter it in here for you. You can also choose you will mark this as an incident. You can mark it on the open. You can assign the group. Maybe you want to assign to the tier two from client side, right? You can choose it. And you can also choose the name, who will be the assignee, take in charge for this. Choose for the, and you can also attach some file, some screenshot or some data for your team to more be the evidence. After that, you can create a new ticket. Yes. So the ticket will be created in right here, right? So when you create, so after you create the ticket, you can choose for that. Yeah. So your NOC team, also client from your client team can communicate in here. For example, you can please check this IP, something like that, right? So yeah, all of the activity will be tracking. So when your CTO come in or when your NOC manager come in, they can have the full image, full process of that incident. They don't have to ask for the tier one or tier two. They just hop in and log in this portal and to checking all the steps of the incident. And in here we can also support the playbook, as you can see right here. Yes, you can run the playbook to command the firewall to block the IP. Yeah, so because this is the demo environment, so I cannot run the playbook here. But yeah, we can support the playbook if you want to use the automation feature.
If you allow me,
Yeah.
Thomas, there is a
Yes.
question from Mr. Majid. He says, what is the maximum number of EPS available on prem scenario? Now, I think there's no limits, but I'll leave it to Thomas. It depends on the hardware sizing of the system, which can be shared later on how to size it. But please go ahead, Thomas, if you want to answer it.
Yes. Related to the EPS, I think your question relate to the SIEM, right? To the SIEM.
Yes.
So to the SIEM
number of endpoints linked to the SIEM.
Yeah,
so
the
it's
EPS
directly linked to the hardware.
Yeah. Yeah. For basically, you expand hardware so you can handle more the EPS. But for the recommend from us with the SIEM, for the maximum and for the most effective performance, we recommend maximum cap will be 50,000 EPS. The maximum and recommend maximum cap
of 50,000. Yeah. Okay. And
Yeah.
so it depends on the hardware specifications. We can give you, we can share the hardware specifications later on with you, Mr. Majid, depending on the sizing. Like you give us your expectation. There are like questionnaire we'll give you, and then we'll give you the hardware specifications related to that. And he also asked if you can give us a link for the live demo to check product by ourselves. It will be okay. So one, we will share this video. That's one for sure after we're done. Two, we can start a POC process. We'll just collect a few pieces of information from your side, and then we give you access in different ways. But yes, this can be discussed later on. We are capable to run a POC for 1 month, a complete function POC for 1 month, where you have access and you have the full control of that. Okay? Please go ahead, Thomas, please.
Yes, thank you, Matt, for your information. Yes, we're very willing to perform the POC for you to experience our solution. Yes, so as you can see on the screen, that is the ticket, right? Where we working together for the incident response. And when you finish the ticket, that means when you finish checking and you say that incident has been resolved, right? So you can change the status. Yeah, you can change the status for this is one is the in process is like the checking, for example, like that checking. Yeah, so it's very easy for your team, very easy for SOC team to manage the solution, and easy for us to communicate.
Yeah.
So
and also for the theme, this theme can be changed. If you like white background, you can change it to white background instead of black. It's up to you. It's all in the settings, so you can change it the way you like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Okay.
Thomas.
And one more thing, not sorry to interrupt. It's that remember this is we are taking this in depth, so you can show the features and if you want to do it, drive it more manually. But remember, tier 1, tier 3 is all Viettel managed, so you're not creating tickets yourself and cases yourself. It is automated or manually created by tier 1, and they are investigating it. They are investigating it, not you.
Yes,
and you
correct.
can interject in at the tier 2, and then the higher end tier 3 is again Viettel, and you can create your own cases. You can interject into the you can see that we are not holding you back from like going inside any of the tickets. You maintain full control of the chain. Very important. But this is it might seem manual, but it's actually all this is fully automated and managed by Viettel.
Yes.
Just
we're
want
just
to share
showing
that
you
piece. Thank you.
all the pieces so that you get deeper knowledge, but we're showing you all the pieces. Yes.
Yeah, right, correct. Because when we perform the POC, this SOAR solution, we will enable the machine learning feature, so that the machine learning engine will perform the ticket creation, and alert categorize for you, for your team. Yes, but we will enable it in the POC phase. Yes. So for us, you can see, with the SOC process, we can send you the report, right? You very care about the report. So with our service, we have two report type. The first type is the ultimate report. So that means you can generate directly in the portal, solution. Yeah. So yeah, you can, for example, you can create and generate. You can generate the report right here, and you can also send to the email that you want. But this kind of report just for the overview, for the quick report. So that's why you need a second report from us. That means that is a manual report. So after a week, a month, or a quarter, or after you meet with the incident, we can create and we can send to you the tailored and manual report made by our SOC personnel. Yes, in there we will show you what is the root cause, what is the type of the malware, how it's spread into your system, and how you can remedies and recommend for you to prevent that kind of malware kind of attack. So everything will be in that Tyler report. So that is some feature of the SOAR. So one more thing, it about the SIEM, right? So with the SIEM, we are very competitive with the feature. So with the feature, we also very similar with other vendor like Splunk or IBM QRadar. In this portal, you can also searching for the you can also query for the logs for the event. Yeah, you can query for the event. Yes, so as you can see here, you can searching for the time range, or you can run it on the real time. So in here, you can also select the field, the log field that you want to check. Yeah, very, very easy for your team to manage. Okay, so we can also support the visualize feature. For example, you want to check for how many search IP, yeah, relate to the event. Yeah, you can check in here, and we can make a graphic for you, for a data graph for you to checking how many record for each IP, or for example, this is for the destination IP. You can also check for that. And how many event IDs, something like that. We fully support for the visualization. Yeah. And in for each event, you can also check for the some data, some metadata, and a log field for support your team for perform the searching. For example, you want to search for that all event related to this client ID, right? You can click on this one. Yeah, so you can search all the event related to this client ID. So it's very convenient for your team to perform the searching to all the event. And as I already mentioned, we have the correlation rule, right? So when this event trigger the correlation rule, it will correlate into the alert. So as you can see here, it will correlate into the alert rate. Okay, so let me extend the searching. So here, so all the alert in here will be pushing, will be forward to the source. So your team can manage all the alert in here. So in this one, you can also check for all information related to the alert, that what is the rule ID that trigger alert, right? What is the severity of the alert? So you can also check for yeah, you can also check all information related to here, and we have some button for you to quick action. For example, like this alert is the false positive, right? You can click on that to set it as a false positive, or you want to create it into the alert and assign into the case, into the ticket. So you can click into this button. Okay, so it's very convenient for your team. And in here can also, as I mentioned in the first minute, we can install the agent on the Windows server or Linux server. So yes, we can control all of the event of that agent. So in here we have 12 agent. So with that machine install the agent, we can manage for the IP address, for the OS version, and for the policy compliance. And we can also check for status of each agent. So we can check for which server, which machine that's not pushing the logs. Yes, we can check it in here. So we can also summarize some information, that agent information related to the service that install on the agent, the user list on the agent. Yeah, we can also searching for that. And you can also control for the update package for the each agent. So we will fill it in here very detailed. What is the feature of that version update? Okay. Okay, so that is some key feature. And also in here, you can also create your own report, send it to you, create the automate report right here for you to, and you can download it and send it for the quick view. And we can also have some feature like you want to create the dashboard, right? With the SIEM, right? You can, this is some built-in dashboard. You can click on it, for example, like this. Yeah, so you can checking for all the alert. So all the alert relate to this rule ID. And you can also create your own dashboard, right? So we support some built-in widgets. Yeah, as you can see, so you can add it. Yeah, you can fully customize it. So it's very easy for your team. And when you need to make a dashboard that customized for your need, so you can choose it and fully customize, yeah, your own dashboard.
Okay, Thomas, if you allow me, there is a question from Mr. Majid about we need to see AI machine learning capabilities. Are new events generated by ML? What are the analysis that can be done? So I have a comment on that, and I'll leave it to you. So I think in this demo platform, we don't have that automation related to AI, but we can show it in a POC. And AI is used in the POC in multiple cases. One of them is that AI will look at events and it will categorize events by itself, machine learning, and then it will automate the ticket and it automate the response. That's the biggest probably use case of AI. I'm not sure if you have any piece to demonstrate AI here, Thomas, if it's configured, but if it's not configured in this demo environment, we can configure it and show it in a POC, in a real life POC in your environment. And back to you, Thomas, if you want to add to this answer, please.
Yes. Yes, correct, Mr. Moth, because this is just the demo environment from us, so I cannot integrate and show it right now. But yeah, in the POC, we can fully demo that environment scenario, that machine learning scenario for you. And yeah, as I mentioned, we have two feature with that machine learning feature. The first one will be how to categorize the alert severity. Yeah, so that your team can, so it will help your team a lot in the categorize the alert severity, right? The second feature is about it will be how to create the ticket for you. For example, this alert come in, the high and critical alert, it will automatically create right into the ticket for your team and auto assign the assignee into the ticket. Yes. So it will reduce. It will support you in that two feature: how to
Good.
categorize ticket and how to create the ticket for you. How to
Okay.
categorize the alert, and
And
we can
the
demo it in the POC.
in the POC. The categorization is essential because it affects the response. So it's in a way or another, it affects how the response happens. Now, I will add a comment here. Now, some SIEMs, they do, you see how those 1,800 correlation rules that were shown by Thomas in the SIEM, which define whether the investigation has to happen or not. So if those rules are met, it means there is an attack happening. That by itself is an automated capability with those rules. But some SIEMs, I know, some SIEMs, they do the following. They try to get AI to recommend a new correlation rules. So instead of 1,853 rules, they try to recommend to you something that will be 1,854. And they wanted to use AI to add that capability to the SIEM. Okay, a good idea to have. I haven't seen it successful myself, but if someone has that true capability where the AI will be able to tell you something that is not in those 1,853 rules by itself, to tell you, I'm going to add 1,854 rule that have this condition about IP address, this condition about amount of traffic being transported, this condition about destination, this condition about source, and so on, and that is not here, I would be happy to see that. There are SIEMs that do that, and they try to do that. Viettel response is what we have as correlations though here. It's by itself automation, and it by itself covers all of the use cases. If AI can add value, it will be added here. Until now, as I said to you, I would love to do a POC with a SIEM, any SIEM, that says we have an AI that will suggest a new correlation rule. That's not here, not in the 1,853. By itself, based on your environment, it learns about your environment, starts suggesting. I would love to see that, honestly. I haven't seen it. I know there is a Turkish SIEM that does that. I think there is an Indian SIEM that does SIEM or something like that. There are some others that have that. It's a great idea to read about, but I have not seen it in action. I recommend to you to do a POC with them too. Or like anyone, I can even give you some context. Do a POC with them. Ask him that I have 1,853 rules. Let your SIEM learn about my environment for 2 weeks or a month, 3 weeks. And please show me how the AI will recommend a new rule. I personally haven't seen this happening before. It is nice to have, but no one has really done it in a proper way. If there is a way where such a rule, you see the configuration of the rule here, Thomas is showing it to us. Such a rule where you can add a condition by learning about your environment, which is not in the 1,853 rules, that would be amazing to have. And please go ahead and POC it with them. And compare their POC to our POC in the end. Today, AI is used in the Viettel platforms. You see, I like to use the word platform. I don't use SIEM, SOAR, XDR. I told you those will be fused in one platform. So in Viettel platform, you get AI working on categorizing of events, and this is huge. And I'm sure you guys have done SOC operations before, and you know how hard it is to decide if there is a challenge or not. The second thing is the automation of the start point of the automation of the response, which is generating the related ticket that will drive the response from the SOAR and from the SOC team and the team behind it. That's where AI is used big time now with Viettel. But anyways, please do a POC with others. I think Cyan does that. They claim that they can somehow use AI to add rules. I'll be happy to see that. There is a company, I think it's called Cognitive SIM, CogSIM in Turkey, that they claim they do that. Please try them. I can connect you with them if you want. And then try us and try Viettel to see that the power comes truly from the knowledge in the platform, actually, more than anything else. I just wanted to be very transparent with that. So please go ahead, Sim, Matthews, and sorry, Thomas. And Mr. Majid, I'll be happy to answer questions and take your comments if you have comments around this one. Go ahead, please, Thomas.
Yes, thank you, Moth.
Yes.
And actually, with the Viettel, we just not only provide the product, right? We also have the service. So that means, well, our SOC team, we have the team like we call it the content analyst. So this content analyst will support not only our SOC team, they will also support your team in creation, in the rule creation, and also they can support you to tuning the false positive of the rule and create the rule that matching with your need, with your policy. So yeah, with any new attack technique or new signature, new bad IP address, or new IOC, our team, our content team can support you to do the rule creation, rule tuning. So yeah, we can support you with our service, our SOC service. So this one is the SIEM. With the SIEM will be the log centralized system. So all the log, all the event, all the alert, we'll push it in here to do the correlation. And as I mentioned in the beginning, we have two more components related to the endpoint detection and response, and also the network security monitoring or the network detection and response. So with the network security monitoring, we will configure the span and tapping configuration on the core switch. So we will receive the mirror traffic to this network security, to this sensor, and this sensor will correlation into the alert. Oh,
so this is the NDR part, like network detection. So we're sniffing traffic from your switches so that we can cover the dark endpoints, ROG endpoints, traffic that comes from the cloud, different traffic comes from network equipment that's not an endpoint. So this is to complement. This is the second element in the triad, which is EDR, NDR, and SIEM. Please go ahead, Thomas.
Yes, correct. So as you can see, all of this portal will be support to second factor authentication. So that means all of your data will be very secure, because you not only log in by username or password, you need to type in the OTP password also. So it very secure for all of your solution. And all of this portal has been pen tested by our pen test team to fix all the vulnerabilities So it's okay with you when you when you visualize all your data in this dashboard. So you know that all this will be secure. That is the feature of the network security monitoring, also the network detection and response, as Mr. Moss already mentioned, right? So in here, we will collect and monitor all the log, all the event related to the network traffic. Yeah. So all this information can also forward to the SIEM to do the correlation. So in here, we have one more feature. We have is a forensic feature. So that means you can capture all the PCAP file and you can extract it and download it and send it to the threat hunting team or forensic team to do the further investigation. So that is some key feature related to the network monitoring. And the final one is related to the endpoint detection and response. So with the endpoint detection and response, it's like it's the EDR solution. So with feature, it will monitor all the activity, all the behavior on the endpoint, and will trigger an alert with the abnormal behavior. So so all of this alert also will be forward to the SIEM to do the correlation with other data source. Okay, so all of this solution will have the full English instruction, so you can follow all the guide or follow all the instruction to um, uh, perform all the feature on this dashboard. So yeah, as you can see here, this is some alert related to the endpoint detection and response. Okay, and you can also checking for all the information, and also the rule on this endpoint also follow the mutual ATT CK framework. Yeah, we base on that. Yeah, so we all have reference to the technique that the hacker used. And in here, you can also check for the comment that the hacker typed in. You can also check for information related to the host, like the MAC address, the host name, the IP. And in this one, we have some more feature, like we have the live response feature, one of the key feature for SOC team. So with the key feature like this, it's like the SSH session for you to remote directly to the endpoint to perform some predefined command. For example, right? You can your endpoint has been compromised by a malware, and you need to remove the malware remotely. So we already predefined for the endpoint some command like you can terminate the process. For example, the hacker use the bad command and they create the bad process on your endpoint. So you can type in, for example, process T. Yeah, and you can use the predefined command to kill the process, and you can also download the file, delete the file remotely. Yeah, so it very helpful for your SOC team in incident response, also threat hunting and forensic. Yeah, you can also change to other client to do the live response. And after that, you can queue the session for secure. And also you can also do some process analysis. For example, right, you want to list out all the process running on that server. Yeah, we can visualize for you. For example, here they will crawl all the information related to the process ID in the endpoint and visualize for you in this portal. So just give it a minute to connection. And in here, we can also support some feature, as you can see here, like the anti-malware. But this feature only support for the higher version of this endpoint. For example, we have the EDR and we have the EDP. The EDP, that means it will have additional feature like antivirus, anti-malware. So yeah, this feature will support in the EDP version. So as you can see here, we can crawl all the process name, process ID, the path of the process, the command line, while that process used. Yeah, we can collect and crawl it in here and support your team to do the searching, the verifying, trending, also that to checking for the bad process that running on your machine. Okay. So that is some key feature related to our solution. So yeah, the SIEM, the SOAR, the network security ring, and the endpoint detection and response. So each one have their own responsibility, and the key thing here is the consolidate platform and the consolidate service, and we process all the service, all the solution in this portal. So it's very easy for your team. You don't have any additional solution. So thank you for listening. So that is some quick overview, quick walkthrough about our SOC platform solution and also our SOC process in the SOAR. So if you have any question, so we can discuss right here. So Mr. Moth and Mr. Don can support us.
Yes.
Yes. So
Mr. Majid and thank you, Thomas. If there is any questions to proceed with, or if not, I would like to go through, if you are available also, Thomas, you don't have any other meetings, if you can also walk us through the threat intelligence piece. That will be great. Threat intelligence, where Viettel provides you with the capabilities, services, and knowledge to trace dark web, probes, and other intelligence gathered from forums, activities, dark activities, and all of that, compromised accounts, and that kind of stuff. There is a huge value of Viettel threat intelligence capabilities, and they have levels. They don't only depend on open source threat intelligence firms, they have their own capabilities to do. So, Mr. Thomas, do you have time? We have to demonstrate that, and Mr. Did and Ishwan, Matthews, if you guys are available, it'd be great.
Excuse me, Mr. Muhammad.
Yes, Mr. Matthews.
Excuse me, I have a question. How can you reduce the false positive? How can you do that? False positive event. This big problem in the SIEM. How can reduce the false positive event?
Yes. Thomas, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Thank you, sir. That is a great question for the SOC process. So as you can see, as I already mentioned, for the threat for the false positive videos, we have the content team. We have the SOC content team. It's the dedicated team just working in the rule tuning on the and also in the phone positive verifying. So for all the phone, because in one day that content team have working on a lot. We have more. For now we have monitored more than 107 SOC system in all over the world. So we meeting with a lot of new attack technique with the new IOC. And as the Mr. Moth already mentioned, we we have our own threat intelligence platform. So the SOC team can also use the threat intelligence feed from the threat database to enhance the rule detection capabilities. So that means yes. So that means with all the IOC, with all the new attack technique, new IP, new bad behavior, yeah, we collect and we crawl it from the TI threat feed, and we crawl it, and we based on the incident that we already resolved for more than 100 SOC system. We combine it and we use it as a knowledge for the content team to keep tuning the rule. And also, yes, we have also some machine learning engine to do it, to support the team to reduce the time. But for the tuning and for false positive reduce, it's still based on the content knowledge, yeah, on our expert. So yes, yep.
If you allow me to add to this,
Yes,
because this is also again a topic of discussion around AI. So yes, as Thomas said, they have machine learning capabilities in this area, but the decision in the end is for the content team. Content team are the ones that do not only look at events, they also look at context from 107 SOC operations around the world. So they have their own intelligence supported by threat intelligence feeds. And to add to that also more. Now, how do you get false positives? By looking first where you get the events, honestly. You get the events from the EDR. You get the events from the NDR, the network detection and response. And you get whatever events that you do through API integrations here and there, right? That's where you get the events in the end. And you want to make sure that those events, when they represent a SIEM use case or a correlation case, a correlation rule, you want to make sure that the readings have the highest possibility to hit the rule correctly, not with a false positive. So the sources of events are EDR, NDR, and APIs that we collect from systems, and which means that the quality of EDR itself has to be high to reduce the false positive to start with, before even we talk about the SIEM. The quality of the NDR has to be very well to reduce the false positives from the network side. And the understanding of the context we get from the security controls has to be the best. How do we guarantee this? One, by enhancing the product, enhancing the EDR, enhancing the NDR, which everyone does. EDR is a very known technology now. Everyone does it. So everyone is working on that. They add AI pieces to it and all of that. But what's good about Viettel is that they have two things on top of that. The first one is that they correlate with the threat intelligence feed. If you remember from the presentation Don has done, the first layer in the architecture is the collection layer, EDR, NDR, APIs, other products, other controls, whatever. It's a collection layer. We dump everything. And there in the collection layer, we try our best so that the EDR, our own EDR will be good, our own NDR will be good to reduce the chances of false positive. But the second layer on top of it was to have the SIEM and a threat intelligence feed to add some context to those, so that the threat intelligence will say, yes, similar to this, we had something a month ago that was a false positive, so just kill it. Or similar to this, this was a start of an attack in SOC operation number 65, for example. That threat intelligence add a major layer of how you reduce your false positives. Then you get the content team, which is a dedicated team to keep reviewing and tuning those alerts specific to you. So those 1,800 rules that you have there, they can work with your team to keep tuning and monitoring and tuning and monitoring to match the types of attacks that happen in Yemen, the type of equipment that you have already, and all of that. But in the end, the whole story, Mr. Majid, the whole story, from the lowest level, from the EDR and NDR and the lowest level of collection, all the way to the top, it's all detection based, which means that in the end, there has to be some level of false positive. How do we like recover from that? You get to the top level, which is the human beings, the SOC analysts that are 24/7 monitoring those alerts for you. Those ones will immediately interact to reduce those false positives, to make sure that you are not overwhelmed with so many alerts and that kind of stuff. And in the end, the best way to demonstrate that is the best ways is to try it, because in the end, it's all detection. And if it's all detection, it means that there will be false positives. Whether we like it or not, there will be false positives, because detection is never 100% correct. Mathematically, cannot at all. The best NDR, the best threat intelligence, the best SIEM, the best correlation, the best content team, the best. Even if you have all of these, you still have false positives. The best way to demonstrate the capability is to try it in a POC to see if you truly are overwhelmed with unnecessary events and alerts or not. Mr. Majid, back to you. And of course,
thank you.
There is the AI
we have a lot
piece.
of questions.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll be happy to answer all questions, please.
Okay, we will send you to you. No problem.
Fine, no problem. Do you guys have time to go through the threat intelligence platform? We'll try as quick as possible, because threat intelligence is a major piece, is one of the differentiators that Viettel has over others. So if you have like 15, 20 minutes, we'll be happy to demonstrate that and as detailed as possible.
Mr. Muhammad, we have an important question about integration for a new device. How many devices the Viettel supported? And if we have a device or operating system that the Viettel doesn't support, how can they integrate with this?
Let me start with, in general, integration between this platform and any security control, mostly the network security elements, such as firewalls and others, web gateways and others. The integration is based on APIs. There are simple and ready packages to integrate with known names. For example, from the firewalls, Cisco firewall or Palo Alto firewall or whatever. But the beauty about Viettel is also because this platform is 100% developed in-house. Their team are capable, as Don mentioned, in 3 weeks usually, to give you any kind of extra integration needed. That's point number one. Point number two. Yes, go ahead, please.
Without extra cost?
If you have a running contract of services, I'm not sure about the extra cost. I'll confirm it to you. But I think if you have a contract, an annual contract, there is no cost. But I'll confirm it to you. I'll confirm it with Peter. Yes. So the second point is Viettel from endpoint EDR/endpoint protection part, they support Windows, Linux, and Mac. So with different versions of all of those, like server versions and different versions. And Thomas, maybe you can confirm how back do you go in support for Windows, for example? Do you support Windows 7 and the older versions of Windows? Maybe Thomas can help us with further technical details. Please go ahead, Thomas.
For the Windows Server, we support on the Windows Server 2008 above, and for the personal Windows operating system. We support from the Windows 7 to higher. Yeah.
Okay, very well. Very well. So Windows 7 above and Windows 2008 Server and above.
Yep.
And the only thing is that I have to get back to you, Mr. Majid, if there is an extra cost for integration of new devices or unknown devices. I'll have to confirm it. Most likely what I understand is that if you have a valid contract, they will support you with it, but I'll confirm it to you in a day or two. I'll confirm it to you.
Actually,
Yeah,
I can confirm right now. So
yes,
yes, so you got it right, Mode. If there is, when you're contract with us for the SOC annual, for example, it is covered. So you bring
no extra.
No extra cost. There's no professional services cost with it. Even deployment, you'll be surprised. So we did not charge just like that for
very
PS.
well.
So
to
that goes out of the equation.
To confirm, Don, if the customer has a running contract with Viettel, integration, API integration, and work on the integration with any security control is covered by the contract. No extra expenses, right?
Correct. And
Very well.
not just during starting, during the course of it, if something is brought in also, it's the same.
Okay, so as long as there is a contract, you are covered. That's the point. Okay, very well. Very well. Very well. Please go ahead with the threat intelligence, Thomas. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mister. So I think for take your time, I will go real quick about threat intelligence platforms. Actually, it's a threat intelligence managed service platform. This portal just a place for you to checking for all the alert or the finding from us. So in the threat intelligence, we have some focus on some key feature from us. The first feature here is related to the data leak finding. So that means when you provide us with the key, with your keyword, with your company name, with your company domain, to URLs or the IP address. So based on your company name, for example, here is the company A. So based on your company name, we will trigger an alert whenever we found any leak account that we find it on the cyberspace, also dark web, deep web. We will alert you in here. So for the data leak, we can checking for the credential leak, like the username and password. We can check for the credit card leak. Yeah, as you can see here, the card number, the CVV, cardholder name, the expiry date. Yeah, when we found it, we will alert you on this dashboard. We can also check for the data breach. For example, right, you have the developer team and your source code has been leaked on the internet, for example, like the GitHub or some public forum. So when we crawl the data, when we crawl the keyword, that source code relate to your company, we can also alert, push the alert in here. That is related to the data leak. The next feature is related to the brand abuse. So brand abuse, we will focus on two types of incident. The first one is related to the phishing. The phishing, that means the hacker create the domain relate to your company name. For example, here, this domain have the company A. So for somehow they use this domain to create the APT attack campaign or create the phishing campaign to trick the victim to log in or to log in the username and password or fill in some sensitive information. So when we record it, we can trigger you. So how we can crawl this data? The first one, we have our sensor on the cyberspace, so we can crawl based on the keyword. That is one data source. One more data source that we have the DNS record from some DNS hosting provider. So we can tracking DNS record. And we also have some data source from the premium source, like we have from VirusTotal. Yeah, we have cooperate with them. So we can mapping the DNS record with some sensitive information from VirusTotal and also from our sensor. So we can, after that, when we correlate it, and we will trigger the alert to you. So that relate to the phishing.
Yeah, and this,
yep.
Mr. Majid, sometimes they use what is called lookalike domains. واللي هي الدومينز المشابهة للدومين تبعكم. يعني if you notice here, instead of using company in the domain, they used, instead of the O, they use 0. So C0, but then that looks like company. That's a lookalike domain, and this is very essential to the brand protection, because they want to try to launch attacks using your name. And I remember, for example, I cannot mention the name of the bank, but in our region, there was a bank where a lookalike domain happened to initiate attacks and steal bank accounts. Was the name of the bank had a D in the end without an H. I don't want to mention the name, but in the end. So what they did is that they created a domain exactly the same, but they added an H in the end, dot whatever, okay? So, and then they started fooling their customers and acquiring their account details and all of that, and they managed to steal some money. So this is called lookalike domains, mainly used for phishing attacks, and phishing attacks are very big now. They're used right and left to steal credentials. AI is being compromised to generate phishing accounts. So if you have a machine learning algorithm in your organization, it could be compromised for that. Go ahead, please, Matthews. Yeah, Thomas. Sorry.
Thank you, Matt, for your information. So with this brand abuse, we have one more alert that we can monitor. That is impersonation. So what is the difference? In the impersonation, the domain, they can use some other domain not related to your company name, but the content inside the domain, the content appear in the page of the domain has your company name. Yeah. So for example, for any domain name, have the page, have the context inside mentioned to your company, illegal. So or that page, that domain relate to some phishing campaign or APT campaigns, we can collect it, analyze it, verify it, and trigger the alert and send it to you right here. Because we're not crawling everything and push it into this portal. No, we not do that. When we crawl the data, we will have to correlate it with other data source. After verify, after searching, after analyzing, we make sure that is the brand abuse incident. After that, we will send the alert to you. We not crawl everything and push it in here. No, we not do that. We must verify it and checking it by our experience and our data source. And after that, we will push the alert in here. And for all the page, all the URLs, all the web page, we will have the feature, it's a takedown feature. So that means our team will cooperate with the service provider, with the cloud service provider, with the hosting service provider, with the DNS service provider to support for the takedown service. And yeah, as you can see here, you can send the takedowns request directly to us.
Yeah.
With this button.
Yeah, and here I want to mention that takedown is not an easy thing. Like
Yeah, correct.
to make a company, a hosting company, to take down a domain, you have to build kind of a legal case with them. Like say, to prove to them that this is a phishing domain, to prove to them that this is an impersonation domain, انتحال الشخصية يعني, to prove all of the incidents, to submit all of that. It's a big job. It's not an easy job. So Viettel, they're working on that. And I think there is no limits on the number of takedowns, Thomas, right? No limits.
Yes, even in the
Okay.
contract, we no limit the takedown.
As long as there is a valid contract, there is no limits. Okay, very good. Please proceed. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Moth. So that is about relate to the brand abuse. And one more alert type category that we relate to the anomaly port. So that means our threat intelligence team and will use some specific tool to recon all your digital asset. So for example, you list for us the IP, all of the IP relate to your digital asset. And after you list it, we will recon all the service port that public into the internet. And based on our checklist, we will alert you by the severity. For example, we will recommend you to not open this port to the internet. For example, you open the remote desktop, protocol to the internet. That shouldn't do. So we will push it. We will scan and send this alert to you, so you can consider and follow our recommendation to maybe disable the port, or shut down the port. So to proactive prevent the hacker use that port to exploit into your system. Yes, so that is some high level of the description of the anomaly port. The next alert is related to the compromised system. So based on your digital asset that you provide us, we were tracking all the activity related to your IP. For example, right, we have cooperate with some DNS service provider, and we have some logs for the DNS record. So that means whenever your IP query to the IOC or the bad IP, we will tracking that traffic. We can tracking that traffic, and we can alert to you that, oh, your IP has connect to the hacker IP or the attacker IP. You should consider to check, to verify, and block the connection. So that is how we work. Yeah. And we just not only follow the log or the tracking record, we also join in some deep dark web or the private forum for the hacker to tracking the attack campaign. So after we tracking, we will have a list of the IOC of the attacker CNC server. Yeah, we can use that to enrich our alert. So we not focus on only one data source. Yeah, we must correlate with multiple data source to reduce the false positive and give you the most reliable alert. So that's how we work, how we correlate, and how we crawl the data. And the final one is the vulnerabilities. So that means we will list out all of new vulnerabilities relate to your technology stack. For example, you notify us that you use the Linux system, the Linux operating system. So we can notify and alert you all the severity, all the news vulnerabilities relate to your technologies that you used. And we list out, and we have the score the scoring system, and we have also the recommendation, the patch recommendation for your IT team to manage it, to resolve it. And as you can see here, with the TI, you mentioned a lot about the digital asset, right? I mentioned about digital asset. So in here, you can have the digital asset. You fill in all the asset that you want to monitor. For example, the IP, domain, and the technology stack that you use, your organization name, or your BIN code, or your company brand's name. You just fill it in here. And based on this, we will trigger the alerts based on this input, based on your digital asset. Yeah. So you can request us to fill it in here, or you can create your own right here. Yes, you can create your own. Just type in the IP that you want to monitor. For example, like that. Public IP, something like that, right? Public, something like that. Yeah, just and fill in and create your digital asset right here. So we can, based on it, we can monitor it. So yes, that is some key feature related to the threat intelligence. Yeah, so if you have any concern, so we can support you to answer any concern from your team.
Amazing job, Thomas. Matthews, Mr. Matthews, Mr. Majid, Mr. Nashwan, if you have any questions, we'll be happy to address them. I think there is a new message here. Mr. Majid, there is a message from the, please check Vectra AI Cognito and Darktrace for AI capabilities. Yeah, Darktrace, they have their own SIEM. Vectra is an NDR. Both of them are NDRs, Network Detection and Response. This is how they started. Both Vectra and Darktrace, they both are. And the Darktrace took further steps. So they only fill in, to start with, they only fill one leg of the triage, EDR, NDR, and SIEM. Vectra and Darktrace. Darktrace took it further. So they started like focusing on OT, operational technology security. They had their own SIEM for OT security and enhancements. They had AI email filters, so that the email filters, you know, to scan your incoming emails and filter them by AI. So they had some capabilities, and AI is everywhere. Yes, AI is everywhere. Like everyone says AI, and they're good products. They're very good products as what they're doing. From our side, we give you an NDR piece, we give you a SIEM piece, we give you a SOAR piece. We have AI here and there, AI for automation, AI for categorization of events, AI for ticket opening, and AI for false positive analysis, to help in false positive analysis. In the end, everyone has their own value. What we have done is that we have given you that fused platform, exactly like KPMG said, a fusion of technologies, a fusion of services, a fusion of knowledge, including threat intelligence, which they do not have, and others, but they are great products. No one can say they are bad products, Mr. Majid, yes. And we'll be happy to receive your questions later on by email or any other means of communication, okay? Great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Majid. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thomas, you did a great job. We took like 90 minutes from your time. We highly appreciate it. It was a great thing. And this is recorded, so it will be shared later. Mr. Matthews, if you have any questions?
Nothing, Elaine. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Highly appreciate it. The video recording will be shared with everyone very soon. Okay. And
yes,
Mr. Matthews,
thank you so much.
Yes, please. Go ahead. Mr. Nashwan, go ahead, please. Okay. So, Mr. Matthews, I will arrange another session to discuss the case that you have. Yes, please, Mr. Nashwan.
I want to ask about the XDR.
Yes.
I focus here. You have EDR and NDR separately.
Yes.
Why we didn't use XDR? Because it is mixed from the NDR and EDR.
We do everything that XDR does. So what is XDR again? According to extended detection and response. As according to Gartner definition, you can search it.
I mean, Mr. Muhammad, is that any different from I get one solution like XDR, or
we do everything that XDR does.
Mr. Muhammad, I know this problem. يا مستر نشوان، هذه معضلة في الجانب التقني. ايش الفرق بين الاكس دي ار والسم؟
المسميات.
فالاخ محمد يقول لك انه وظائف الاكس دي ار والسم موجوده، انت سميها اكس دي ار، سميها سم، سميها اي شيء،
سميها سور.
في تداخل كبير يعني.
انا مستغرب يعني ليش هم اخذوا مثلا التولز هذه منفصله، الاي دي ار والان دي ار، ما هو كان
جمعناهم مع بعض. لا، الاكس دي ار ما بيجمع الاثنين. الاكس دي ار ما بيجمع الاثنين. نو، اكس دي ار doesn't do that. Exactly the same. الاكس دي ار يعني لو نطلع على الاكس دي ار تبع سيسكو اللي اسمه سيسكو اكس I guess، او الاكس دي ار تبع بارو التو، it doesn't combine them all in one platform. They cannot combine them in one platform. They must have، لازم يكون في عندهم اي دي ار عشان الاند بوينت، ولازم يكون في عندهم نتورك سنيف. كيف بدك تسنف the traffic from the network؟ بدك نتورك تول، نتورك sensors، they call it sensors، اللي هو ال NDR part. and they have to have API integration with the firewalls. هيك بتكمل ال XDR story. احنا we do all of them. بس السبب، واحد من الأسباب ليش ما بنحب نستخدم كلمة XDR هنا، إنه XDR حسب التعريف الرسمي لغارتنر، اقرأه، it must be a cloud-based platform.
واضح.
بس احنا وإذا الكاستمر احنا الكاستمر تبعتنا be sold on premises, it's not cloud.
Yes.
على ذلك احنا خالفنا تعريف غارتنر. بس احنا we do everything كلها in one platform. يعني انت في النهايه لازمك ينزل piece of software على اللابتوب او على السيرفر او على whatever، هذا اسمه EDR/endpoint protection. لازم يكون في عندك سيرفر اسمه سنسر مشبوك على السويتش وعم بيسحب ميرور ترافيك، هذا اسمه NDR. ولازم يكون عندك API integration مع الديفرنت كنترولز الموجوده. خلاص هذا هو الاكس دي ار.
طيب سؤال ثاني استاذ محمد، يمكن هو يكون خارج الموضوع.
يس.
انت كخبير في الامن السيبراني، الهيكل التنظيمي بالنسبه للسوك، كم المينيمم ريكوايرمنت مثلا بالنسبه للتيم؟ كم المفروض يكون معايا مثلا تيم اللي هم بيشتغلوا انالايزر، والتيم اللي بيشتغلوا مونيتورنج، واللي هيشتغلوا ريسبوندينج بالنسبه لي، او ريسبونس بالنسبه للاتاكينج، واللي هيكون معك سوك مانجر. فكم المينيمم اللي انت بتشوف انت من خلال خبرتك في مجال الامن السيبراني؟
نعم، اولا اول حاجه ينظر فيها في رايي الشخصي، وانتم اعرف يعني، اول حاجه ينظر فيها في رايي الشخصي هو السيكونس اوف ستراكشر من لاير 1 للاير 2 لاير 3 كيف بصير. وهذه عرضناها عليكم في البرزنتيشن، وراح نبعث لكم اياها ايضا حتى تشوفوه مره ثانيه. في واحد من السلايدز كان في تيبل
بالضبط واحد من السلايدز وذكر الهيراركي، لكن ما كانش يعني كم المينيمم،
ما كان في العدد، لانه في كونسيدريشنز لازم تطلع عليها عشان العدد. يبقى اول شغله تطلع عليها الهيراركي، لانه الهيراركي ليس فقط لاير 1 لاير 2 لاير 3 لاير 4، عفوا لاير 3، ليس فقط ذلك، في اشياء اخرى عشان تو ميك شور انه السوك اوبريشن تكون صح. هذه البوينت نمبر 1. البوينت نمبر 2 تعتمد العدد على هل انت حتعطي سوك اوبريشن 24/7، وانا اتوقع انتم بحاجه تكونوا 24/7، ما بينفع تكونوا يعني 5/8، لانك لازم تغطي 24/7. لازم يكون في عندك شيفتس، ولازم يكون في عندك باك اب اوف نوليدج. شيفتس على لاير 1 ولاير 2 ولاير 3. لاير 4 اذا انتم بتعملوا اون ديفلوبمنت، يعني اذا في ديفلوبمنت بس يعني حطها على جنب. فتعتمد على المدخل الثاني في الاحتساب هو عدد الشيفتس، وانه لازم يكون في عندك باك اب لكل شيفت. يعني ما بنفع انه واحد مرض من الشيفت تبع نفترض الساعه 8 بالليل للساعه 6 صباحا فرضا، هذا الشيفت الليلي، مرض خلص بطل في احد، لازم يكون في باك اب. هذا المدخل الثاني. المدخل الثالث وهو الاهم هو السايز الاكسبكتد، وهذه ممكن نساعدكم فيها لاحقا. السايز اللي expected من النمبر اوف ايفنتس والنمبر اوف alerts، وهذا يعتمد كثير على الانفراستراكشر. يعني انتم بتخدموا نفسكم لوحدكم ولا حتصيروا تخدموا الدوله كلها مثلا، ولا بيعتمد على كثير اشياء، على الانفراستراكشر وكل الديجيتال اسيتس اللي موجوده، السايز تبعها والاي بي اسيتس كلها، عشان تقدر تعمل استيميشن للنمبر اوف ايفنتس. وبيعتمد هل انتم مؤسسه تعتبر very attacked organization ولا لا. ايش قصدي في ذلك؟ سلسله مطاعم فرضا موجوده في البلد، حتى لو عندهم ايش ما يكون، هذه مش very attacked organization. هذه الهاكرز مش حاطينهم في راسهم ليل نهار بدوروا على اي طريقه يخترقوا النتورك تبعتهم. ولكن بنك is a very attacked organization. فالبوستشر تبعك في العالم ايضا له دور في المدخلات، وهذا بياثر على النمبر اوف ايفنتس اللي بتصير. اعظم فاكتور بياثر على النمبر اوف عدد الناس اللي لازم توظفهم هو الاكسبكتد نمبر اوف ايفنتس، واحنا ممكن نساعدكم فيها. بنك متوسط الحجم في منطقتنا، يعني مش اكبر بنك، او لا يمكن بنك كبير شوي في منطقتنا عشان اعطيك فكره. يعني بنك كبير في منطقتنا قد ينتج حوالي 200,000 ايفنت في الشهر. 200,000 ايفنت في الشهر، عشان هيك بيجيك ستاك من التولز زي هذه التولز تخفف 200,000 ايفنتس عشان تعمل بروبر ديسيجنز واناليسز وغيرها. لا بدك تيم كبير، وعاده هيك نحن بنحكي عن تيم كبير على الليفل 1. تيم الليفل 2 بكون شريك ما بين الانترنال ديبارتمنت زائد السوك تيم. الليفل 3 مهم بكون عاده بنحط از برسنتج من اللي تحت. اجين انا ما بعرف انتم حتخدموا نفسكم لوحدكم ولا حتخدموا البلد، لكن حفترض انه لوحدكم انتم كاوثوريتي.
لا
لوحدكم
نحن حنخدم انفسنا يا استاذ محمد.
فقط انتم
محمد ال 200,000 قليل يا استاذ محمد. 200,000 قليل طبعا
قليله. انتم انا اتوقع كاوثوريتي ولكم علاقه بالتليكوميونيكيشن قليله. انا اعطيتك اياها كبنك، بنك متوسط انت بتحكي عن 200,000 ايفنتس بالشهر، فهذا له اثر كبير على الرقم. على مؤسسه ايضا ما بعرف انتم كم موظف عندكم وكم اسس وما الى ذلك، لكن اي اسيوم عشان يكون عندك فيري بروبر سيت اب بدك في رينج من 8 الى 12 على الليفل 1. يمكن 8 از ا جود نمبر. ليفل 2 بيعتمد على عدد التكنولوجيز، لانه ليفل 2 بيعتمد على التكنولوجيز، يعني بدك اكسبرت في الفايرول، اكسبرت في الايميل سكيورتي، اكسبرت، فبيعتمد شو عندكم تكنولوجيز. فلازم يكون عندك فانكشنال اكسبرتس اللي يعرفوا كيف يتعاملوا مع هاي السيستمز. هذا هو الليفل 2. الليفل 3 اللي هو الاسكاليشن ليفل او الاكسبرتس. عاده الريشيو بتكون يعني اللي هي 1/3. يعني اذا انت شفت انه عدد الايفنتس بيتطلب منك، عشان نسهل الارقام، بيتطلب منك 12 شخص از ليفل 1، فبدك 1/3 اوف ذوز، بدك حوالي 4 في الليفل 3. بس اجين كونسيدرينج انه يكون في باك ابس. يعني مثلا هذول الاربعه كيف حتوزعهم؟ نعم الليفل 2 بيعتمد على التكنولوجيز. يعني اذا عندك نفترض سيسكو فاير وولز، وعندك بروف بوينت ايميل سكيورتي، وعندك مش عارف كيس، وعندك مثلا 10 سيستمز وبدك اكسبرتس فيهم، يمكن تحتاج مثلا 7 اكسبرتس اللي يغطوها. فبتعتمد على عدد التكنولوجيز اللي عندكم الليفل 2. الليفل 2 يعني مش ما له نسبه، بيعتمد. يعني ممكن تكون مؤسسه صغيره جدا بس عندها 10 سيستمز، ساعتها بده يمكن على الاقل 5 ليفل 2 اكسبرتس، لو كل واحد يغطي 2 تكنولوجيز. يعني واحد مثلا مغطي الفاير وولز والايميل سكيورتي، واحد مغطي الاي دي ار والما ادري ايش. بيعتمد على التكنولوجيز. ليفل 2 بيعتمد
ضروري يكونوا ديديكيتد، يعني ضروري يكونوا ديديكيتد للسكيورتي ايشيو، صح ولا
لا؟ مش ضروري، بس اهم شيء يكونوا افيلبل، ما في انقطاع. اذا انت بدك تغطي، يعني مثلا نفترض انك انت مشغله بيشتغل مشاريع فرضا، بركب سيستمز جديده وما الى ذلك، لكن اهم شيء يكون افيلبل للايفنتس. يعني لما الليفل 1 يعطوه اليرت لازم يكون جاهز ينفذ، لانه هو شغلته الريسبونس. الليفل 2 شغلته الريسبونس، انه يجوا يقولوا له جماعه الليفل 1 انه احنا اكتشفنا في كوميونيكيشن مع اي بي ادرس موجود في جنوب افريقيا. وظيفته يروح على الفايرول يعمل بلوك لهذا الاي بي ادرس. يعني طبعا انت بتقدر تاخذ اوتوميشن من السور وكذا، بس نفترض انه لتسهيل المساله ما في اوتوميشن، هو وظيفته يروح ويعمل بلوك لهذا الاي بي، فلازم يكون افيلبل، يعني ما بينفع نلاقيه مش افيلبل. فبيعتمد على الشفتات، ويعني اذا عندك زي ما قلنا 10 تكنولوجيز، نفترض عندك 5 اكسبرتس، ماشي 5 از جود، بس كيف حتوزعهم؟ مين بيغطي الشفت، كل شفت من الشفتات؟ لو واحد مرض ففيها مدخل الشفتس هذا له دور. غالبا الناس بيقسموا اليوم لثلاث شفتات، 8 ساعات 8 ساعات 8 ساعات، وكل شفت لازم يكون عندك الحد الادنى من الليفل 1 ليفل 2 ليفل 3. يعني ممكن تخاطر شوي تقول والله مثلا انا الشفت تبع الساعه اخر الليل مثلا مش راح احط فيه ايميل اكسبرت في ليفل 2، ماشي فيها شويه مخاطره، لكن قد تكون مقبوله في دراسه بعد ما تدرسوا ايش السكيورتي بوستشر تبعكم. يمكن تخلي في الليل بس تبعين الفاير وولز، لانه غالبا الشغل حيكون على الفاير وول، اعمل بلوك سكر، او الشغل حيكون على الاي دي ار. بس هي يعني انا بتخيل 8 ليفل 1 بيعتمد اجين على السايز اوف. انا بتخيل انتم في مؤسسه بحجمكم موست لايكلي الانسيدنس عندكم عاليه جدا، فيعني 8 حتى يمكن يكون كونسرفتيف الرقم. بدك على الاقل مينيمم 8 ل 12، بدك 1/3 من هذا الرقم على ليفل 3، وبدك عدد كافي من الناس يغطوا ليفل 2 اكسبرتس، تكنولوجي اكسبرتس اللي هم الليفل 2، زائدا تراعي الشفتات. يعني وين لاي درجه انت متقبل المخاطره في الشفتات. زي ما قلت لك اخر الليل يمكن خلص ما في داعي كل الليفل 2 اكسبرتس يكونوا موجودين، هذا بيعتمد على لاي درجه
مع
سهل
النوك
عليك
يا
توظف. نعم مع النوك.
عفوا سمع، هو معنا تجربة النوك يعني اعتقد بتكون قريبة، اللي هو
قريبه من
انتوا
النوك عندكم كيف السيت اب تبعه في الليفلز؟ يعني هل هي قريبه من الارقام اللي انا ذكرتها؟
اكثر يعني،
أيوة،
هو في
قريبة.
ليفل 1 وفي ليفل 2.
معناته السايز عندكم كبير، معناته يمكن انا قلت لك اذا بدك ابدا بحوالي 12 ليفل 1 وثلثهم يعني 4 ليفل 3. ليفل 2 شوفوا ايش التكنولوجيز كيف حتغطوها، وبعدين شوفوا ايش الضغط. واذا اخذتم تول زي الفايتل تول بتلاقيها سهلت عليك، لانه جزء منها انه حيصير في اوتوميشن وفي كورليشن وفي اي اي، في تخفيف لللود على الناس يعني، وفي سبورت من الفايتل تيم ايضا، فهذه ايضا حيخفف كثير عليك لانه هم عندهم
واذا
ليفل
ما في
1.
مانع يا استاذ محمد نتعاون في المسألة هذه، نكتسب من خبرتك هكذا
على
بأي
راسي،
شكل من الاشكال.
على راسي تحت امرك في اي وقت، على راسي.
انا حضرت لك كثير، وحقيقة فارق كبير جدا. انا اتفائل جدا لما اشوفك في اي برزنتيشن حقيقة، مش
الله
مجاملة.
يسلمك، الله يسلمك، الله يسعد قلبك ويحفظكم يا رب، وان شاء الله يبيض وجوهنا دائما معاكم يا الله.
ما شاء الله عليك يا أستاذ محمد، وعاجزين عن شكرك،
الله يحفظكم، على راسي.
يعني شكرا
نراكم
جزيلا.
على خير. شكرا.
شكرا
Thank
للتيم
you.
كامل، شكرا للتيم كامل.
Yes.
Thank you so much for Thomas.
Thank you guys. Yeah. Everyone.
Down.
Yes.
Okay, thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank
guys.
you.
Thank you so much all.
much.
Thank you.
We'll be sharing the video recording soon, inshallah. Thank you so much.
إن شاء الله
Okay.
مع السلامة.
Thank you.
Bye bye.